40th year of the Hong Kong Sevens is attracting some of the legends of rugby. I was joined by two, Ireland's Brian O'Driscoll and Australia's George Gregan.
Sevens is very easy on the eye, it tends to be very high scoring, a lot of speed endurance built up in your younger years, and I think it'll serve you well in the 15s game.
You played a lot, sevens. It helped you, obviously, George.
It did. It was a fantastic way to start your career internationally. You play in front of 40,000 people who are just having such a great atmosphere, create such a great atmosphere in Hong Kong, and you play against some of the best players as well. And names like Jonah Lomu, Christian Cullen, they're players who cut their teeth. Big lads, fast lads, really impressive players. I know Joe Roth, Ben Tune, I was lucky enough to play with those guys. David Campese, I'm rattling off all the Aussies here.
Those guys are all doing an interview somewhere else going, I played against George Gregan.
Well, you didn't play, did you? You didn't play sevens?
No, I never did, unfortunately. In Ireland, when I started out, I got into the international team quite young at 20, and so it was a feeder into the international team, but I suppose I missed it by starting young.
We've got the World Cup coming up, obviously. Big opportunity. Never before we've seen perhaps a tighter end to the Six Nations, which means it could be a really tight Southern Hemisphere competition. How tight, George, will it be? Are you scared of Ireland?
Of course we are. I think everyone is. They've just been so consistent over the last 12 to 18 months. Back-to-back Six Nations champions. That's impressive. That shows consistency.
I think if you beat the All Blacks, you're going to be certainly in the final and you might win it.
It's all happening here, isn't it?
We're right in the middle of the game.
So lucky not to get taken out there.
Active team. Now, last March, you were the most capped player in the world. Then, last March, he took it over. And very soon, Richie McCaw will be the most capped player in the world. I mean, it's extraordinary in a generation. Is it a reflection of how intense the game has become?
Well, listen, I think whatever about, no disrespect to George, and I think from my own point of view, Richie McCaw to be the most capped player, to be an All Black, and to be the number seven is quite phenomenal. An achievement like that, can't overstate it. So when he does pass it out, and it'll be in the coming months, you can't think of anyone that would be more deserving, because he's someone that, irrespective of what sort of condition his body is in, he mightn't train Monday to Friday, but what he does on a Saturday is exceptional.
A final question before we go to the action. You've just retired. You've been retired a few years. Community, here you are, ambassadors for HSBC. How important now? What are you doing? You
need to excite young kids and give them an energy for the game, and get them out playing with their friends and playing with a smile on their face. That's what rugby is all about. The camaraderie that you build up throughout the years with teammates comes off starting at that age.
Enough of the chit chat. Let's get to the action, guys. Let's see some skills.
Yeah, beautiful.
Brilliant.
Happy to do that.
Right.
Excellent.
So let's see, mate, if you've lost the passing skills.
Always good to practice with work. Oh, one hand.
Nice.
That's the target.
That wasn't the thing.
That's a bit wobbly. That's more like it. Into there we go.
So I'm going to show you a little bit of sidestepping. If I'm honest, it tends to just happen naturally rather than talk my way through, what you have to do. So let's see actions rather than words.
Come towards me and I'm going to bite. Get on him, Drico.
Penalty.
What are we doing? What is he doing?
I've broken John Dawson, Bloomberg, Hong Kong.
Good sport, mate.
Penalty, sir. Well done.
Thanks, mate.
Excellent.